I'm Fletcher Brown with another artist video blog at kicks96country.com. Our guest today is returning champion, although she had to remind me it's been quite a few years since she's been here. Please welcome back to Kicks 96 in the studio, Jessie G. Jessie, how are you?
I'm great, Fletch. How are you doing?
Oh, you know what? I'm so happy. I was so excited when they told me you were coming to visit me.
Well, I had to cramp. I was like, will he take us last minute?
Of
I don't know
course.
if it was too late, but I was like, I got to see him before we leave for the road.
Oh, that's not even a question. You just come on down whenever you want to.
No,
You know, and
it's not too far.
No, it's like we're 2 hours from Nashville.
Yeah,
all right?
perfect.
But if you don't remember her last visit back around 2016, so a little less than 10 years ago, she was here and she was brand new into the country music scene. She had just moved to Nashville, and she had just making new music. You had a burgeoning friendship with the redneck woman herself.
Yeah.
And now you've they call Nashville a 10-year town. Have you in that time have you learned that to be kind of true?
It is so true.
Is it?
And I love that you bring that up because it does kind of bring us into this story journey evolution of where I started seeing you the first year I moved here, and then where I'm at now approaching that 10-year mark, and actually being a fully independent artist, but then releasing a duet with the woman that signed me initially when I moved to town. It's so weird. But I love it too because it shows that relationships mean everything in this town, and who you know and the people and support group around you. And so yeah, 10 years, it really does. It means a lot. I feel like people know you're not going to leave. They know you're here to stay, and you've kind of paid your dues, I guess,
Yeah, so you find that as an artist now, especially one who's been, hammering away as long as you have, that is important, that you're never going to leave, that people are looking at you not just for your talent, but also for your commitment to because this isn't easy. People think, oh, I can play guitar and sing a song. It must be real easy. It's not. It's hard. You have to do a lot of work.
It's really hard. And I think that, too, the commitment thing is so right because, a label or a radio, or they don't want to get behind somebody that they think is just, oh, are they going to jump ship in a year?
Yeah.
And I've taken that spot that I could have given to somebody else to lift them up on my platform, and they just left, So it really is important to pay your dues, but it's frustrating, and the blood, sweat, and tears that come along the way of a decade of really, working your butt off.
You ever get back out to the Pacific Northwest much?
All the time.
Really?
That's the one thing about my job I love. I can travel for a living, see my family. I do have a 2-year-old now, so free babysitting out there.
Yeah.
Because that's a big expense.
And of course, the family's happy to babysit. They're happy to see the little one.
Yeah, and fresh fish. So,
Yeah, well, yeah, you grew up catching fish. What was it? How do you say that? Is it Dungeness crab?
Dungeness.
Dungeness crab.
Yeah, Dungeness.
All right, because the first time I saw that word, I said, dungeon crab? What's a dungeon crab? Oh, that's not dungeon.
They're actually the prettier crab of the two, because king crab, you think they're really scary looking, spider looking.
They're scary, but delicious.
Yeah, but Dungeness is a sweeter crab.
Okay.
So yeah, oh man, it's my favorite. And I brought you some tuna, so let me know how you like it.
I do love tuna. It's albacore, right?
It's albacore caught fresh off our boat this year, so.
That's one of my favorite appetizers.
Yay.
Those tunas. All right, so we're gonna get off on this Pacific. I'm obsessed with the Pacific Northwest. You don't know how close I came to just throwing everything away and moving to the wilds of Oregon.
Dude, we'll host you. Come on out.
I don't have anything to worry about there but large bears and serial killers, and I'll be fine with that. So there are an inordinate number of serial killers from the Pacific Northwest.
I know.
It's weird.
I know 2 people that have encountered Ted Bundy, one of them, in Washington, and the Rainbow Killer guy. Yeah. And my dad worked at the second highest security prison for a long time, the Pelican Bay prison, right across the border, because I live on the border, Brookings, Oregon. I'm from there. I don't live there anymore. But crazy stories I have. So sometime we'll catch up about that. But,
okay. Yeah. Okay. Look for Jessie G in my true crime podcast coming soon.
Serial killer edition
of the Pacific Northwest. But I digress. Now you've got a brand new single. You and longtime friend and collaborator Gretchen Wilson have a new single called "Like My Whiskey."
Yeah, it's just a fun party anthem. So fun recording the song with her, and also the music video. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it's so much fun.
You look like you're having a lot of fun. Gretchen's got to be a lot of fun to work with, though.
She is. Okay. She's definitely my kind of girl. Okay. Too many drinks usually are had, but, which
That's
hence the song. You write a song about whiskey. Usually whiskey is being drank.
It
so.
better be.
Yeah.
You're not drinking tea.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and she's now, the godmother of my child.
Oh, that's got to be special.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, like, who gets to say they can drop their kid off at the redneck woman's house when they go to radio tours? She almost watched her today. Like, literally. She's like, oh my God, I have to leave for California for her show, her All-Star Jam show. But I was like, she almost watched her today. So I love it. It's fun.
Well, I mean, we have a special place in our heart for Gretchen. I mean, she's been here. She's played the shows here. She played the big concert at the Hall of Fame. I still got that photograph of like her and me and the staff at the Hall of Fame. So, we love you, Gretchen, and we appreciate the work you're doing with Jessie over here. Like My Whiskey is a party anthem. We're playing it here on Kicks 96.
Thank you.
But you got new music coming. We were talking a little bit before we got on camera about, like, the last time you were here, you were fresh off the boat, so to speak.
Yes.
And in that time, you've gotten married. You now have a 2-year-old. And your husband is like a Green Beret.
Yeah.
He active is he a veteran?
He just got out in June, so it'll be a year in June of him being in the civilian world.
Okay.
It's been a transition, man. We're figuring out how to do this, and him trying to figure out how to, not be in anymore.
Yeah.
The camaraderie that
Civilian
comes with
life, yeah.
It really is, and it's a big difference. Like the workforce, he's like, this is so different than, and he's like, I gotta work out. He's used to going to PT every morning, and like he's like, dang, this is like rough. So, I applaud him. I respect him so much, and the journey he's been through, and he's my muse for my music.
Okay, so I was going to say that. So now he's obviously dealing with like the transition from military life to civilian life, but he's also married to an artist, and you travel. Does he go with you?
Yeah, most of the time. So we're very lucky. He got a fully remote job where he can travel with me. It's a very intense job though, so he's on the phone 24/7.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm able to take. We have a converted Sprinter van that my dad and uncle and my husband, they converted themselves. So it's this fun van that totally supports the guys on the road and the baby and everything, and we just cram into this Sprinter van. My poor band. Oh my gosh, they're troopers.
But you know what? It's obviously, like you say, it's a life that you love. You're doing what you're basically using the gifts God gave you to write your own story, and so far it's a really beautiful story.
Thank you.
And some really beautiful music comes out of it. And you mentioned that there's a song that may have come out of this. Your husband being your muse. Yeah. What's the new music sound like?
Woo! So I woke up at like 1 a.m, like a month ago, and this song was like fully written in my head. Crazy. And I don't know if you know how that works. I don't know if you have music.
I got music in my family. I do not make music myself.
Yeah. Well, how it works is if you have that muse come to you at any point, you got to write it then and there, or else that idea in that moment of creativity where your brain juices are going and stuff just is a fleeting moment. So got out of bed at 1 a.m, got the guitar and piano out, and I wrote this in like 30 minutes. I'd love to play it for you. It's a new one, and I'd love to know what you think about it.
I'm going to let you. Don't. That's
yes,
not even a question.
Very honest. Okay. Yeah, opinion of it. But yeah, it's a song called Dress Blues.
So it's got that military lean to it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, if you want to hear Like My Whiskey, all right, it's playing on Kicks 96. You call us up. I'll happily toss that in for you. All right. Now, Jessie, if there's somebody who is now just learning, who Jessie G is and about your music, and they want to hear all that they can, where do they go and they find you on the internet?
I mean, you can go to jessiegmusic.com, or you can just look up Jessie G. I am the one with brown hair. And
wait, there's
a woman with brown hair. Yeah, there's a guy, Jessie G.
We don't talk about
Yeah. I feel like I've pumped him way too much by being like, I'm the girl. But Jessie G Official is my Instagram and Facebook. Just look for the blue check mark. If it doesn't have blue check mark, it's not me. Don't listen to those scammers. Yeah,
don't. And if they inbox you going, hey, so happy you fan,
I would not do
please
that.
help me with money. Yeah. Don't listen. Those people are not, they're not the people you think they are.
Some people fall for that though.
I know. I know people who have fallen for that. What? No. George Strait is not messaging you. Understand. George Strait doesn't need your money. Okay, well, Jessie G is our guest. The single is Like My Whiskey, and we're going to get a live performance for her. Look for that elsewhere here on our YouTube channel. Jessie, thanks so much for coming back.
Thank you so much, Fletch, for having us back. It means a lot to have your support. Thank you for playing the music and just being on our team.
Absolutely. Love to do it. And you guys come on down anytime you want to. Thank you. All right, we'll see you next time on another Artist Video Blog, Kicks96country.com.